I'll go over when you get through.
Multiply by half.
Right.
I got 4.5. Next.
Okay, how I got my problem now. How I got my problem was,
Everyone listen to the board, please. Go ahead, explain.
kinetic energy is the energy of an object in motion. The formula K equals 1/2 mv squared is used to calculate kinetic energy. The variable m is the object's mass, and v is the velocity. So, velocity is basically the speed, so I knew that 3 meters per second will go into the speed, and 45 kilograms will go into the m,
Which stands for?
which stands for mass. So, I plugged it in, plug and chug. So 1/2 times 45 times 3 squared. 1/2 times 45 is 22.5. Times 3 squared is 202.5. That's how I got my
But,
answer.
okay, right. But
And that's
usually,
wrong.
no, you fine. You came out with the right answer. But usually what we do first when we evaluate in type of equation, we usually do
You
what
break
first?
down this.
The what first?
The exponent.
Right. But you had 9, and you still multiply from left to right, you still got the same answer. We're not affecting the answer. And the answer should be in joules. So write J-O-U-L-E-S after that.
What, right?
After, behind. You can do that.
J-O-U-L-E-S.
Put an equal sign in front of each step you evaluate. All right.
Can I ask a quick question real
Go
quick?
ahead.
So, how many of you actually knew what mass and velocity stood for? Like, in all honesty, you're like, I know mass is kilograms and I know velocity is meters per second. Okay. For those of you that didn't, even if you didn't know what kilograms and meters per second meant, how could you still plug that into the equation and still be successful?
Because like the math you automatically know is how much something weighs. Or it got something to do with their weight, and then meters per second is automatically got something to do with their speed. So you automatically know.
Good. So you can figure out that kilograms has something to do with weight, so that could be mass. And meters per second sounds something like miles per hour, right? Some kind of time and distance. How could, if you couldn't even figure that out, how could you still figure out this equation? What do we always go back to with our word problems?
Check our answer.
You check your answer, great.
Well, we already know.
What we know, and what they are
Asking us to do.
asking. What are they asking in this problem?
For the,
To calculate the kinetic energy.
Calculate the kinetic energy. What is our symbol for kinetic energy in this equation?
Okay.
K. So what value are we not plugging in anything for?
Okay.
K. So even if you didn't know what m and v stood for, you may have some trouble with the velocity squared, right? But either way, you knew that you wouldn't have to do anything to the k because that's what you were figuring out, okay? When you see these word problems, use those context clues to help you be successful, to figure it all out. And then, as Aaliyah said, check your answer.
I got to talk to Mr. Rondo.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be right
What's
back.
up? Yes. Does anybody have any questions about this specific word problem and how we could strategize to figure it out?
All right, listen up now.
Yes.
All right, class, what we're going to do right now after word problem, we're going to actually look at, review some of the stuff we did yesterday. It says correct selected problems from previous day. What I'm going to do, I gave you the worksheet out, and we're going to go over today. We're going to look at some of the problems we did yesterday, and I want you to guide me through. Or if the student want to come to the board and help out, that's fine. But if you look at this worksheet here on 2.2, we look at problem number 1, right?
Yeah.
We give them the table of values or input, output, X and Y, right?
Yeah.
So what are we looking for? Go ahead, Leah, what are we looking for?
We looking for the same number that we the same number for all of them. Like they all gotta have the same output basically. All numbers gotta have the same output.
Right, we're looking for the same ratio, right? We call Y over X, correct?
Yeah.
And that Y over X is called a what? Constant what?
Direct variation.
Hmm?
Direct variation.
Right. If it has a constant variation or constant rate of change, then it becomes a what? A direct what?
Variation.
Variation in this lesson.
So like number 1 is the direct variation.
Who?
Number 1 is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Because 3 going to
And how we gonna check it then? How we gonna check and see if it's a direct variation?
I can do it. You
Put
go.
in -2
How you gonna do it?
divide that.
You gonna go over it? So tell me this is what we call direct variation. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does.
What paper you got?
That is correct.
Let's see what he does on the board.
You said the one from yesterday.
Okay?
Mr. Rondo, you got me looking at the wrong paper?
He gave you a new paper.
You got this paper?
Yeah, I got it.
Why? Explain to me why.
If you had like 2 times 3